Hi there guys, Rick here. Hope you're all doing extremely well out there. I know I am. I just wanted to talk about systems relating to the guitar. And I'm talking about things that we kind of entrap ourselves in, believing that these systems will make us better players. You know, not necessarily make us better players, but will allow us to express ourselves to the best of our ability. Um, and systems can sometimes be important. You know, you have to build your foundation upon something. You can't just do it from nothing. So, these systems they can be extremely important. But what I find with my playing is that you mustn't be entrapped by any system whatsoever. So, whatever system that helps you to express yourself is really, really useful. But at the same time, you've got to really allow yourself to open your mind a little bit more and let it go. You know, not rely upon one way of thinking. Because that's what it is. That's what every system is. It's one way of thinking, you know. So however you look at the fretboard, however you look at playing guitar, if you entrap yourself into one way of doing it, that's pretty. You're not doing yourself any favors by doing that. So I think it's really important to allow yourself to just open up and look at the value in every single thing that you can find around you. You know. So that's what I've done with my guitar playing. I've realised that, for a while I was doing one particular thing, and then it got to a point where I just was like, hang on, this is presenting a problem. So I had to find a solution to that problem. So I looked at another way of doing it, and then I did that for a while, and then I would go, that's presenting another problem. So I thought, I'm going to have to look at another way of doing it, and so on and so on. So what that conclusion that I came to was, you've got to get the best out of everything, which means that you've got to open your mind a little bit more to this stuff, because it's extremely important in terms of self-expression, because that's what we are as guitar players. We just want to express ourselves in the best way possible. But if you follow one particular thing, I think that will entrap you into a corner. You know, it will place you in a corner that you will not be able to get out of unless you open your mind a little bit and go, hang on, maybe there's something that's not quite right with the way this system works. So let's take a look at another system. Okay, let's see what I can get out of that. And I guarantee you, when you start breaking away from, particular systems and particular, just one way of thinking, because that's what a system is. It's like one way of thinking. When you start breaking away from that, that's a healthy thing to do. But you can't, you've got to use those things to your own benefit. You've got to, take the good out of those things and then move on to something else. And there's nothing wrong with moving on to something else. And, even after 26, 27 years of playing, I'm looking at the way that I'm positioning my hand, my right hand or my left hand, and I question it all the time. And I think that's how I've grown as a player, is that I question things all the time. So, and I know that there is not one golden nugget of information that will make you a brilliant player. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. You've got to find that from your understanding of the way these systems are put together. And that's why systems are put together. People go, that works for me, so I'm going to lay this down, and that's it. And it will clearly work for everybody else that lives on this planet. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. But you you have to use that to your advantage, in terms of finding out how you can express yourself. So it's really important that you open your mind a little bit to these systems that exist. Allow it to, to allow yourself to find yourself within that, but also, look at other things, because when you start opening your mind, I think that's when your playing will go on to a completely different level. Anyway, Sunday thought. Hope you're doing really well. Speak soon.